Well, I first became interested in drama when we got into GCSE level. Basically, I needed an extra GCSE and I love being dramatic, so I picked drama for my GCSEs. And on the start of that, the teacher in the boys' school started a Saturday morning workshop for drama, and for about 6 years I was going every Saturday. And you know, I would win Best Actresses awards, and I don't know, like, for me it was just something that I knew I was good at.
I took it for GCSE, and then I took it for performing arts because they didn't offer drama at A level in my school. And once I did performing arts, at this point I still didn't know what I wanted to study in university, so I was considering strangely doing physics, but obviously I didn't end up doing physics. And I just started looking at like different drama courses and seeing if there was anything that I liked, and I found the one in De Montfort. I really liked that. And then I just applied for the course and I got in, so I just came, and I'm really enjoying it so far.
So I'm in the second year of my course at the moment, and I'm doing single honours drama. My first experience of drama, the first time I ever really did anything, was when I went to secondary school, and they had like a end of year school production of Midsummer's Night Dreams, and I was in that. Yeah, that was the time where I first wanted to pursue drama further, because I hadn't really had much contact with it before then.
I am aware of the stigma attached to drama. I don't think it's just with drama though, I think it's with all of the arts. So it's with, with music, with dance, or even with like more humanitarian subjects like English. A lot of people don't consider them difficult subjects.
I think now it's starting to become more of an acceptable course. I think back in those days, people didn't think you could do something with a drama degree, and they're wrong. I think they're wrong. From here you can move on to do a master's. From that you can move on to do anything, even if you don't end up doing what you want to do on stage or in film, you can still go and teach other kids. You can become a teacher, a drama teacher. I think as long as drama is something important to you, you can make it part of your life for the rest of your life.
Of course, people don't always take it so seriously as more educational or less creative based subjects, but I think it's rubbish. Just because I'm not doing maths or I'm not doing physics, I'm not working less hard. Like, I'm working just the same hours, I'm putting in the same amount of work as everyone else. It's just in a different field and in a different way.
I think people genuinely think that drama is a subject where you don't do anything. You come up with a play, you read a script, bada boom, bada bing, it's done. But that's not how it is at all. I mean, for one, to act is difficult. It's a skill. Not everybody can act. You can learn to get better at acting. You can build your skill, but not everyone can act. There are people who have natural talent, and okay, it might be raw natural talent, but it's still natural talent.
It's affected me personally a little bit, I guess. I have people that laugh sometimes when I say I do drama, or ask me if I'm worried about the future, so I've come in contact with people that think that way, but it doesn't really bother me because I'd rather be doing something that I love than do something just because someone tells me to do it. I originally took business in my first year at university, and I absolutely hated it. I took it because I thought it was a sensible option, and thought that basically because of what other people thought, and I finished the year. I didn't take all the exams, but I made it through the majority of the year, and so then I decided that I wanted to do drama because that's something that I actually had a passion for, and constantly pushing myself and growing as like an actress and also as like a person. So I think it's such an individual thing. I know people that take business and absolutely love it, like that's all they want to do. But for me, it wasn't the right course for me.
You get it all the time when you tell people that you do drama. it's like, oh, it's not a real subject that you don't actually do anything. I think people seem to think that all drama students do is wear black, drink coffee and talk about their lives in weird ways, but that's not actually it at all. Not only do you have to do practical work where you create pieces, you also have to do essays, and like for our dissertation for third year, we can do some of it practical, but you also have to, it's like compulsory that you have to do an essay. So I'd have to do 5,000 words and then 10 minutes of a practical piece, which in itself is obviously, I think, actually probably more difficult than writing an essay, because, you know, you can sort of bullshit your way through an essay, but you can't really bullshit your way through a practical piece.
A lot of the time, your own work that you put into it is from your own experiences, and sometimes it can be funny and sometimes it can be really emotional. So when people take it as a joke, I don't think they realise how much goes into it. It's not just a silly little dance. It could be a story of my life. You know, like, some people are very naive with that.
I think everyone thinks that their workload is worse than everyone's, but I could guess it's around the same as everyone. The only difference is the amount of work that you have to put into rehearsals and stuff. Like I said before, it's because it's not just you have to be able to organise with a group of 4 or 5 people when you're going to meet, and you can sit in a room and you'll rehearse for like 4 hours straight, and that's like exhausting and draining.
The course has been difficult because I came in through second year. My first year I wasn't in De Montfort. So the course was a jump from my first year to the second. There was a lot more writing, it wasn't as practical, there wasn't as many dancing like modules as there was. So it was hard to get into it. Everyone had already had their cliques in class, so I felt a little bit alone. But as you get into the course, you realise that everyone's there for the same thing. Everyone's there for the love of drama.
It's a very trying course because it's not just sit down, write an essay, get it over and done with. It's spending hours and hours coming up with something that's creative and innovative, and working with people as well. I mean, I can't say this enough. You get put into groups sometimes, and I've had to work this year with people that I wouldn't normally choose to work with, and it's been tough because not everybody is at the same level of commitment. You might have some people who are really committed to the course, some people who are not so committed.
I think that people will probably be surprised the amount of research that we do. Like, we do a lot of practical based stuff, but that's not it, and often the practical stuff that we do, we need like research to back that up. I've come home with stacks of books from the library this big.
You know, reading plays and reading critics and reading articles and all these different things that, you know, people don't realise there's so much that goes into putting on a performance. There's so much work that you have to put in, and yeah, a lot of it is practical, a lot of it isn't written down, but it doesn't mean that it's not hard work.
I think the rough guideline is, if you they say it kind of takes an hour to create about a minute of a piece. So when we're creating a 30-minute piece, you know, there's around 30 hours work that you're going to put in, and the reason it takes so long is because there's so much thought process behind and planning behind everything we do.
People think that everything is a joke for performing arts. Like, everyone thinks it's easy, everyone thinks we don't have anything to do, and they're wrong. You know, if I have an assessment which I have next week, so for the next week coming up to it, I will be in the drama studio every day for 4 to 6 hours practicing. You know, it's very draining, and it's not just a right and wrong answer. You know, if you do a performance that you enjoy and your tutor doesn't enjoy it, they will mark you down from it just because that one person has a different opinion. So I don't know, the workload is heavy. There's a lot to do. It's not just writing and research. You have to devote yourself to it.
Tiring. I think drama is probably more tiring than other courses, just because it's physically exhausting as well. Like, a lot of the stuff that we do is quite a strain when you're doing like physical theatre or something like that. So
I liked school, but I was never good at it. So when it came to drama, it was all practical. I felt like it was right for me. I can't sit down on a desk for the rest of my life solving equations and I don't know, being an accountant. I can't have a boring job. Drama's exciting.
I think that the job prospects for a drama student, it depends which area you want to go into. Just because if you want to be an actress and go to Hollywood or something like that, it's hard, it's tough. You have to be at the top of your game to even get noticed and go anywhere.
Even if you don't choose to use drama later on in your life, so like if you don't decide to become a drama teacher or an acting coach or an actress or an actor, there are so many different like levels to drama as a course that it will benefit you in whatever you choose to do.
Drama's more of a applicable subject than people perceive it to be. Like the life skills that you take away from it, you couldn't get from any other course. Like confidence skills, leadership skills, team skills. Like they're all things I don't think you could really get from, you know, a maths, science based subject.
It gives you a lot of confidence because you have to perform in front of people, so that already builds your self-esteem, it builds your confidence. It also helps you to work in groups because obviously you have to work with people, that's part of the course, and sometimes you have to work with people that you might not like or you might not get on with.
Contrary to the stereotype, I enjoy learning new things, and like I enjoy, people think, you know, drama, you don't learn anything, you just kind of prance about and pretend to be a tree, but for me, I enjoy learning new skills and taking them away and developing them. And for the first year of business, I'm not saying that business is a bad course, just for me personally, I felt like I wasn't learning a lot. Taking drama is completely the opposite. I feel like I'm being challenged every single day.
It affects my life because drama is my life. Like I'm just one of those people who doesn't get embarrassed whatsoever. And when you're a drama student, you need that. You have to get up on stage every time and not have any embarrassment whatsoever. So I am more than happy to stand in the middle of the street with a hat on the floor and start dancing. Like, you know, it doesn't affect me. I think drama's given me the confidence that I needed in life to just not give a shit what anyone says about you.
That's one of the things I love the most about drama, is that you have so, like even in my course, there are so many different kinds of people who take drama. People who are super intelligent and super like smart, and then you've got people who are like I don't want to say not as smart, but people who maybe aren't as academically thorough. Like they might not be that good at maths or physics or English, but they're really good at acting.
My degree has helped me massively with music because a couple of years ago I'd never even sung in front of anyone before or played guitar for anyone before, and now I do it every single week.
You know, people who say, well, drama's not a real subject, it doesn't count. Well, do they go to the cinema? Do they go watch films? Do they watch TV series? All those people are only there because they've had the opportunity to act and to be dramatic and to have drama as a passion. And for me it's such a passion because, you know, I watch a performance or I watch a film and I'm like, wow, that actress, she's so good, I want to get to that level. And it pushes me to be, you know, to be a better person and to be a better actress and to work harder and to give everything I have. And I think that's what people seem to think, that drama's just easy, and it's not. It's like the course you do if you couldn't do anything else. And that's not true, because if you're not good at drama and you can't act, you're not going to get a good mark. And I can tell you that from personal experience.
Don't underestimate us, because we put a lot of hard work and sweat and sometimes blood into this. You know, it's a subject that you have to have passion for. You know, if you didn't have the passion for it, you can't do this degree. It's very draining, and you need to be totally devoted to it, because if not, if you're just here and there and like you are one of those people in your group who always lets the rest of your group down, like I don't want people looking down on us and be like, oh, you've got a performing arts degree. Like, no, I've got a performing arts degree. Like, go for fucking me. Like, it's a degree at the end of the day, and it can get you places. Just give us a break. Like, we work a lot harder maybe than half of the other students who have other degrees. And that's all I have to say.